All praises unto Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai Bahasham Wa Rakakwadash. Peace, blessings, and much respect to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, on down to the rest of the elders who rule well within Israel. Salutations to the hopeful elect throughout the four corners of this whole entire earth, no matter where, whom they may be, or what they may look like, pushing out this purified truth to the rest of the church who believe as well. You men who may not be teachers or prophets, you women, sons, and daughters also. The water to Yahweh Shai, because without him enduring and going to that cross for the nation of Israel and the nation of Israel alone, none of this would even be possible whatsoever. The pride of Esau Edom has definitely deceived them, and they are in a time where they are witnessing their fall. And before they have a fall, they're going to come down upon the world with great wrath. Let's read the book of Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and an haughty spirit before a fall. So these Edomites, starting with the elites, all the way down to the poorest Edomite, they're very proud. They're very boastful, especially towards the Lord's people. They try to deem themselves to be as the Heavenly Father, to be as the only begotten Son, to be as the Israelites. They depict themselves as being pure, holy. A lot of them look at us like we're less than nothing, when the scriptures tell us that they are less than nothing. All right? You have something known as white supremacy, white pride, which goes into the oppression of the Israelites primarily. Okay? Pride goeth before destruction, and these Edomites are witnessing their fall. This society is not going to stand too much longer. But before Yahweh Shai actually returns, the mark of the beast does have to be implemented. It has to become mandatory to where people are going to be faced with it. They're going to be faced with it by death, or if you receive it, you'll all of a sudden have access to be a civilian in society. You'll be able to buy, sell, and trade. Without it, you will not. Okay? Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. And you're seeing the fall of these heathen, starting with Esau Edom. For a long time, they've boasted and have bragged about how great they are. All the great inventions that Israelites have come up with, they have bragged and said they're the ones that have come up with it. They've called us monkey. You shave the hair off a monkey, it looks more like them than us. They call us monkey. They're the ones who don't have lips, like a monkey. Okay, they'll call us dirty. That's why our skin is darker. But we're the ones who brought them hygiene. We're the ones who taught them how to bathe. Okay? They're so proud that among them, let's say you got an Edomite on the street who's a bum, he'll still think he's better than you, that's able to drive a vehicle, go home to your apartment or to your house. Okay? You have cologne on, smelling good. You might have on a decent outfit. This bum Edomite will still look down on you like, who's this nigger think he is, right? That pride is just in them. And then when you look at the elite, they plot and do evil in secret, as if the Heavenly Father doesn't see them. Okay, they know who the Israelites are, but they don't care. It's in their power to be wicked, so they're being as wicked as they can be. But they're going to fall. And before they fall, they're going to come down upon our people with great wrath, okay? But they're definitely going to be casted down. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall. And we're coming into the fall of the so-called white man. It's beautiful because we're in the fall season. We are in the season of the so-called white man's fall. So what I'll do now is go to the book of Revelations, chapter 12, and verse 7. As it is written, and there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. So when Yahushua returns, he's going to return with a host of angels. Michael, being the head under Yahushua, is going to be zapping people, zapping military vehicles, zapping airplanes out the sky, zapping planes. I said that twice, airplanes, planes, zapping airplanes out the sky, zapping tanks, okay? Zapping people, adding to the fire, adding to the nuclear fire. You have something known as the Space Force. They're preparing for the return of the Lord. They know these things are true. You have an object in outer space that Esau has named 3-Eye Atlas. I believe is the name, 3-Eye Atlas. And they know that this object isn't some normal object. It's not some meteor just hovering through the sky. They understand that there are extra celestial beings out there. They know these things. They try to keep others blinded from knowing these things. They're preparing for that war to come. And that war is going to take place during World War III. One realm is going to battle another realm. This is future prophecy. This is in the Bible, okay? And there is a war in heaven, being those so-called UFOs, or as you would deem spaceships, going against Esau's aircraft, okay? And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not, neither was their place found anymore in heaven. So right now, these Edomites are in their time. The elites of Esau, they're the ones in power. But their power is going to be brought down when Yahushua returns with a host of angels. Okay? They're not going to prevail. They're going to lose horribly when they fight against Yahushua and his army. And a great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil, going into the elite of the Edomites. And Satan, which deceiveth the whole world, seeing that the world was given to the wicked. The world was given to the so-called white man. He was cast out into the earth because he's going to fall from heaven. He's going to fall from his power. And his angels were cast out with him. So angels are going to fight against angels. The celestial angels are going to fight against the earthly angels, being Esau's minions, Esau and his military. Then you're also going to have other nations fighting against these angels, and they're going to lose horribly. Yahushua is coming to take the kingdom right along with the saints by force. They're going to have a great fall. They're going to be casted down. Just like during this time, you're going to see spaceships zapping aircraft, and those aircraft are going to fall right to the ground. They're going to be casted down, just like the rulership of the Edomite. Okay? This is a future prophecy that has not happened yet. Verse 10, and I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Mashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down. They're always trying to accuse us. They're always sending forth false accusations. You have a lot of Israelites in prison right now for crimes that they did not commit. And then these Edomites would know that, but they won't try to do anything about it. They'll just leave that Israelite to just suffer locked behind bars. They'll try to say, oh, we're the most violent people. We're an angry people without cause, right? They tell you that we're the ones beating our wives, like we're the leaders in domestic violence, okay? Which I believe that word domestic goes into the word like home, okay? When some of the biggest domestic disputes actually come from Edomites. That includes police officers, all right? But they'll accuse us and say, no, it's you. You're the bad guy. You're the problem. You're the problem of the earth. Like we're the ones polluting the air. Like we're the ones polluting food. Like we're the ones killing millions of people at one time. Like we're the ones dropping bombs on people. Okay? Like we're the ones putting guns in different people's communities and drugs in different people's communities to destroy them. But they'll accuse us, give you false statistics on us. Okay? For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accuse them before our power day and night. And that's all they do. The elite, on down to your most common Edomite. Always accusing Jake. Always looking at us like we're the problem. Even when Charlie Kirk got murked, they were trying to make it as if it was the Israelites, man. Blame the black man. Okay? And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto death. And we can't love our lives. Those who love their life, they're going to give over to that chip, the mark of the beast. We don't love our lives. That doesn't mean we're suicidal or we should be suicidal, but we're not setting our heart in Babylon. We're not setting our heart in this world. Okay? I'm looking forward to the kingdom of heaven. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So these devils know they're going to have a great fall. And they're not going to have a great fall without a fight. But their time is coming, all right? So this is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? O Lucifer is going into the so-called Illuminati, the elites of Esau, the ones who are in the power seat. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer? A lot of those Amalekites, those who are deeming themselves as Israelis, okay, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and so forth. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which did weaken the nations? So Esau, Edom, they have weakened the nations, and they're going to be cut down to the ground. Now, in the world, they'll try to tell you this prophecy happened already, that spiritual demon Satan was casted down from the heavens along with his angels, and now they're just walking about the earth deceiving people to get them to burn in hell forever with them in the last days. No, that's not biblical. All right, Lucifer goes into the Illuminati. Okay, the Illuminati, which goes into the holders of the light or the light bearers, that's what Lucifer is. The Illuminati. They are the Illuminati of this world. Okay, but we're going to be the Illuminati in the world to come, under Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Verse 13, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. And seeing that they are in their time, they're proud. And seeing that they're proud, they're going to have a great fall like Humpty Dumpty. And just like Humpty Dumpty's ass, man, they're not going to be able to put themselves back together again. They're not going to have another rulership. This is it for them. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation and the sides of the north. So Lucifer has exalted themselves. They think they're as the Most High. Okay? Verse 14, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. So they're going to have a fall. They're going to lose their rulership. They're only going to be ruling for a set time, not forever. Okay? Let's go to the Apocrypha. I'm going to close it with this. I like my lessons to be pretty short. Just get to the point. You know, it's done. Sirach chapter 25 and verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy. And 9 goes into judgment, okay? Or finality. Just like the number 7, it goes into completion also. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th will I utter with my tongue. A man that hath joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies. So these Edomites, they are our enemy. And we're looking forward to seeing the fall of our enemies. They're going to be casted down. Okay? Right now they're in the power seat, but they're going to have a great fall. And that's why they're doing their best to try to keep our videos from getting out. They're doing their best to keep us under the radar, to keep us blackballed, to try to keep these videos from touching the light of day. All right? But their time is coming, and they know this. So seeing that their time is coming, we should be in the spirit and understand that we have to keep fighting. Times are, clearly showing that prophecies are jumping. But with that, times can feel like they can be getting tougher. The challenges can be getting tougher. But that's not a reason to give up and lose hope. For some, it might seem, weird for someone to be weak, seeing that all these prophecies are happening. But all men ain't living the same lives. All men don't have the same mind. All men aren't battling the same demons. Demons are going to try to come hardcore in these days, as they have been. So we have to be on point and just look forward to understanding that our enemies, starting with these elite on down to the rest of these heathen, they're going to have a fall. Their time is coming. All right? They're going to be cast down. And I pray this lesson, it was simple and edifying. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.